Wait. All right, we filming? Okay.
Yeah, they get paid to take
topic number one. Christopher Loveboys got knocked out. Sorry, Christopher, but it's such a good nickname. Christopher Lovejoy.
What happened?
Video has emerged. It's on the No Jumper Instagram. He got knocked out.
That's AI, bro.
No.
That's AI. That's not real.
Yeah, he got slugged on.
No, that's AI, bro.
No, I think you and I both know that's not true. So let's talk about it. Your closest confidant went through your ultimate nightmare of getting knocked out in public, even though he did sign up and get into a ring in order to do it.
Where at? Where was it? Vegas? I didn't see no fight in Vegas.
Overseas, wasn't it Germany or England?
That's AI, bro. You know if it's overseas, that was AI. That 600 didn't.
So you're gonna force me to go look this up?
I'm just telling you, bro.
It's right here. It's okay.
I'd have known that. I told him to come in today.
600, aka Christopher Lovejoy, gets knocked out in the first 15 seconds of his boxing match. Doesn't actually specify where it is, but definitely the footage is out there.
So did he drop his head and fall over?
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yeah, so what happens is he's been having this stomach flu. And he's been having this his skin starts to itch. Like, so if you don't give him the right amount of Benadryl, he goes through this reaction. So if he kind of like did this and like fell, that's probably what happened. Probably his medical. And I told him not to go. You know, whenever he eats shellfish, this type of thing happens.
So before we started filming, you were telling me that he basically, that his boxing record is bullshit, and that you could get me to have the same boxing record as him if I just went to Mexico for a few weeks. And
well, I will say this: the majority of his fights, as he talked about,
I looked it up, 23-2, which is normally a very good record.
The majority of his fights happen in Mexico.
Right.
So, shit, it ain't like they was like not taking away from Mexicans, because we got some hard fight Mexicans.
Well, he's really giving Mexicans jobs out there.
So what are you talking about?
He's beating them up, but they're getting paid, presumably, right?
Yeah, they're getting paid.
Or maybe they're beating him up. We don't know.
I seen him the reason why I know about his condition, because the same thing happened in London. It was Floyd Mayweather thing, and he was on the card.
He was on the card.
And he was like, man, you got some Benadryl? I said, what you mean? He was trying to get to me. I'm like, bro, why would I have Benadryl on me? He was like, man, you know, I ate some shrimp.
He thinks you're the pharmacist.
And yeah, look like I don't know what you got going on.
Right, we got some King pills right here. Which, by the way, that person, King Pill, has announced that he would like to box Christopher Lovejoy now that he's been blocked out of the 4 Extras fight.
That might be doable.
Pretty good, right? I mean, that's doable. Lovejoy needs a fixer-upper now.
No, that's
he needs
doable.
something to get him on his feet again,
might be doable.
literally.
His homeboy called me yesterday, Time Bomb from 456. And they was a little bothered about some of the things that's been going on, and they just wanted to make sure that they could have a little time to clean some things up and make sense out of some things. A real respectable dude.
Like what kind of stuff?
I guess all the little stuff he been doing. I don't know, bro.
Lovejoy? Or King Pill?
Yeah, the other dude. Yeah, I don't know him. But no, you know what? But I think 600 might whoop him.
I mean, he's definitely got the experience.
Yeah, long as I give him his Benadryl and he don't eat shellfish prior to the fight, 600 gonna be ready.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think King Pill and him, that would be. I think a lot of different people in this No Jumper cinematic universe, I think, have inflated senses of confidence when you're dealing with people. Like, granted, there's natural talent in boxing and you get experience from going to prison and fighting in there, everything like that. But I'm kind of sick of seeing people who don't train, who don't practice, who don't have any kind of boxing experience and don't live as if they are trying to get more experience, acting as if they're just going to walk into a ring and dominate, because everybody else in combat sports, from boxing to UFC to whatever, but leading up to a fight, they work hard to get their cardio in shape, to work on their striking, everything like that. And I got to sit here and listen to King Pill and 4 Extra tell me that there's no reason for them to train ever. And they're just going to be able to walk through everybody.
Well, they going to try to get somebody out the way. You get in the ring with a boxer, you're boxing. So the odds of you just continually locking up with this dude is slim to none, especially if his footwork is right. He gonna run your ass around that ring until he see you getting fatigued, and then he gonna go in for the kill. But you know what? My man Steve Marcano has a fight coming up that 600 is scheduled to be on in Florida. I'm gonna call him and see, because this is like for Dominicans.
Okay.
And I think 600 is like 28% Dominican.
Really?
So he's fighting as a Dominican.
What? You can just switch your race up for boxing purposes?
I mean, if you part Dominican, you part Dominican. I mean, shit. Cuban, I think he all Cuban. Your mom and daddy is. So if you part Dominican, you part Dominican.
Well, you don't really need to like fight as a race in a boxing match,
No, but
right?
I think this is like something going on. I got to call my man Steve Marcano. He'll let me know. I might could slide him in there. But you know, this is the thing. It's business, Adam. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these dudes, they come with a lot of riffraff. Mm-hmm. You know, because they be thinking something gonna happen or somebody's trying to do something to them. When it's business, it's business. If somebody want to do something to you, they ain't gonna conduct no business. They just gonna make you their business. So you can't show up, a bunch of people, come with your little crew, you know, 7, 8 people, your trainer, whatever. Come do your little thing and go on about your way, because really ain't nobody paying you no mind, for real, for real.
But you don't think the problem with one of these boxing matches, if we were to set up a no-jumper-oriented boxing match that had all kinds of different personalities from our world boxing, you don't think that there would inevitably be some problems with the entourages?
Not if I had something to do with it, because the way I'm going to set it up. First of all, I don't really care about the seating capacity of it, because the range of no jumper is a worldly range, right? So now we go to the pay-per-view aspect of it. Secondly, you know, I wouldn't do no more than 1,500, 2,000 seats.
But there will be people there.
Yeah,
and
but
some percentage of them are going to want to kill each other.
But no, it all depends on what people you put there.
Right. Well, just for example, 4Extra and King Pill, let's say that had worked out. Well, you've got a lot of unruly gang members who are going to be there and are probably going to want to get into some shit. Well,
the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go get with Brother Tony Muhammad and Brother Pitbull from the NOI, FOI, and contract them. For some reason, when they're working the doors and working the floor in the parking lots, people seem to respect it. Okay. All sides, you know, for some reason. So I would definitely bring the NOI, FOI into it. And then you got to have your standard basic security, because at that point in time, we got insurance hazards. We got things we got to worry about. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand is that, and I tell people, when people say, Wack, are you a street ninja? I come from the streets.
So everybody's just saying ninja now? It's just the old school N-word's just gone?
I said that for YouTube.
Okay.
Right. But when it comes to the business aspect of it, no, definitely not. Nothing about me when it comes to business is that. So I'm going to put certain things in place and in play to make sure that the business is right. I can't have a dude come in there and we 80 or 100,000 into the ring and the production, and because you want to mad dog somebody and do something crazy, right? Destroy the night, because once it's done, then we can't get our money back from them. You know what I mean? So I'll let people know. I have an obligation to tell the streets, hey, you may want to watch it at home, pay-per-view, because these doors are being monitored. You being searched, you being screened, you got the NOI, FOI, and when you're doing things like that these days, the local police department is going to make you.
That's what I was thinking.
Bring them into play.
NOI, good. LAPD, also good. They should be there.
No, definitely. You have to do that. But what I'm going to do is let the people know, hey,
right,
this is what's here. Now, you decide to bring your dumb ass up here on some bullshit and get caught up. I'm telling you, for a certain price, you can watch it at home.